So we're going to talk a little bit about aerodynamics, and we're going to talk a little bit about something called the Bernoulli principle, which basically explains how the shape of a wing, which kind of, we call it an aerofoil, right? So it kind of is thick at one end and thins out at the other end.
Yep.
So this shape, right? We're going to talk about why that actually helps you to fly. So before we start, what are the four forces?
Earth, wind, fire, and rain.
Great man. Now, what are the four forces that are acting on a plane when it's flying?
Gravity.
Okay, yeah. So we call that
Weight.
Yep.
Friction. No.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Air resistance.
Call that drag.
Drag. It's one of those episodes. The atmosphere being thinner up high? No?
No, so this is what we're actually going to talk about in a second.
Lift.
Correct. And there's one more.
And stewards.
Yes, they bring us drinks.
Yes.
No. So if you think about what you've said, right? Drag. What counteracts drag?
Propulsion. Thrust.
Yes. Lovely.
So thrust,
Yes.
drag,
Correct.
lift, and weight. Lovely.
Okay. So we're going to talk about one of these forces in particular, which is lift. Now,
Can't we talk about drag or thrust? Are we
we
going to do a lift?
could.
We
Would
could.
you like to
Yes.
talk a little bit more about that? In what context? I mean, this could go all night.
The thrust is represented by how hard you blow, Steve.
Okay, well let's work on that. So, give it to me.
Oh my goodness.
Sumen
Way
is
too
now
much. I
regretting
love this.
being on the
No,
show.
not at all, not at all. I
Right.
have so many of these. Okay, all right. So, what would you expect to happen when you blow across this piece of paper?
I would expect it to vibrate, basically.
Which direction would you expect this bit to move?
Oh, to stay down because I'm blowing on top.
Okay, give it a go. See what happens.
When Steve blows, it goes up.
Science, kids.
My God!
That's what she said too.
Yeah.
Hang on, mate. I didn't expect it to go up.
You didn't. Well,
They
normally
that's
don't,
also what
Steve.
she said.
Let me just make sure I wasn't blowing underneath. Okay, I'm going to just lift my... It's... Okay.
Steve, why does that happen, do you think?
I have no idea. Have you cursed this paper?
Potentially.
Yes, that is the truth.
Potentially. By
This
accident.
piece of paper is now cursed.
Okay, so I know what I am probably, in blowing this way, creating a vacuum that's being sucked up into.
Okay, so we're talking about this basic principle, which says that, okay, so as you're blowing,
Yep.
you're basically creating an area of low pressure above the top.
Which
of
is
this.
I say vacuum, she says low
Okay,
pressure.
so, okay, if you look at the way that the paper is kind of
Drooping.
drooping, and we want it to go up.
Yes.
Yes.
This is Steve's normal problem.
And that is why Sumen Rai is our guest tonight. Welcome to the Adelaide Show. It's episode 104, coming out later tonight. And you basically help us navigate Science Week.
I hope I did, yes.
Yeah, and we've picked up a few tips along the way tonight. Even this seasoned old science walrus who thinks he knows it all. You cocked your eyebrows up a few times.
I know nothing.
Yeah. You've been around
He's
too
an
long.
engineer.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. Oh, more hate
Okay,
mail.
back you two. On our show tonight, Sumen's here. She helps bring industry, the state government and research institutes together to put science to work in some meaningful way. She has a history with the Investigator Science Centre, and your current thing is hacking.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I've gotten into over the last little while is government hackathons or civic hacking. So it's about using all of that data that we've got available to us, open data that governments are releasing all over the world, to create useful things from them. And one of those hackathons that I was involved with was the International Space Apps Challenge, which was initially sort of run out of NASA. And you know what? South Australia has done really well.
Yeah, what sort of things have come out of the hackathon, the NASA one?
Yeah, so there've been some really interesting apps and programs that have come out of it. One of the projects was around creating a base on the moon. And so our team actually created a game where students could go in, so it's sort of targeted at school students, could go in and think about all the things that you need to actually create some kind of space mission. So the industry base that you're dealing with, the funding that you're dealing with, the research and development, so you have the technology to do all these sorts of things, and the cost that comes with all of those things, and how you manage your budgets. All of those sort of real life aspects that we are all grappling with at the moment.
It's really because it's like Sim Moon.
It basically is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
they did a really good job.
That's actually quite real world. I was thinking it's more esoteric, like when is it safe for me to attempt re-entry? Like that's the sort of thing that I think NASA sort of data would help me determine.
So NASA, the European Space Agency, all of these satellites that we've got and space probes and so on are collecting a whole bunch of data that we don't really use, well, we use them, but there are other ways that potentially that we could use them that we haven't thought of, and that's what this kind of innovative hackathon idea is supposed to tap into.
And interestingly, that is a lovely callback to Is It News Tonight, where we talk about using science technology to help crunch numbers on polio in South Australia. Also tonight, George Ingles is going to be talking about science, the airport, etc. He'll be ranting his heart out. Max Martin, is cardio the best way to lose weight? Well, it is a great question. He'll answer it tonight. He'll be myth-busting from an evidence-based perspective, which is all fitting for Science Week. Music from Sleepless, and the wine from Icons, the gourmet South Australian store here at the Adelaide Airport. And Samuel took us into his little quiet room, all of us. We had a go with Samuel, who gave us a taste of an amazing Amadio Italian variety from the Barossa Valley. That, whole lot more, will be revealed at the Adelaide Show. Listen, download at theadelaideShow.com.au. If you're already listening to podcasts, have a look for us on your podcast player. Just search for The Adelaide Show. We're there. And don't forget, download that free audiobook available at audible.com.au/Adelaide. Now, before we go, some science to make sense of us being in an airport.
Sure.
You used to be a teacher.
I did.
That's what took you to the Investigator Science Centre. Exactly. So treat us like kids, like you have tonight, basically.
Oh, okay, but sit down.
Sorry, Mrs. Ray.
Yes, that always works, that rhythm method.
So much you learned tonight.